There have been some great book lists from the Financial Times, and today we're going to take a look at their book lists on history. This is Tom Fox, and welcome to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is a book review where I curate 4 books on a specific topic for the compliance professional or the business executive. I know you'll enjoy it.
We continue our review of the FT's top books for the summer by looking at top business books of 2025. First up, The House of Huawei. On the southern coast of China, an eccentric entrepreneur spent 3 decades building an obscure telephone company into one of the world's most powerful tech companies with hardly anyone noticed. That all changed in December 2018 with the detention of the founder's daughter. In The House of Huawei, reporter Eva Dow pieces together a remarkable portrait of Huawei's reclusive founder and how he built a sprawling corporate empire, one whose rise Western policymakers have found very dangerous. It's a great story. Next up, Mood Match, The Rise of Spotify and the Cost of the Perfect Playlist by Liz Pelly. An unparalleled investigation into Spotify's origin, its influence on music, its weaving unprecedented reporting with incisive cultural criticism. Drawing on over 100 interviews from Spotify employees and musicians, Mood Machine takes us to the inner workings of today's highly consolidated record business, showing what has changed as music has become increasingly playlisted, personalized, and autoplay. For all of the inequities acerbated by the streaming, the author finds hope in chronicling the artist-led fight for better models, pointing towards what must be done to collectively reevaluate and create sustainable systems. A timely exploration of the company has not been more appropriate. Next up, Abundance by Ezra Klein and Derek Thomas. This book traces the history of the 21st century so far, and it's the history of unaffordability and shortage. After refusing to build sufficient housing, now America is now in a housing crisis. After years of limited immigration, we don't have enough workers. Despite being warned about climate change, we've done nothing around clean energy, or certainly not enough. Abundance explains our problems today are not the results of yesterday's villains. Rather, one generation's solutions have become the next generation's problems. Rules and regulations designed to solve the problems of the 70s often help or take away from the resolution of problem solving in the 2020s. Progress requires facing up to the institutions in life that are not working as they need to. It means recognizing when the government's failing. It means recognizing when the government's needed. This book explores how we can move from a liberalism that not only protects but builds. The authors trace political, economic, cultural barriers to progress and a path towards abundance. At a time when the movements of scarcity are gaining power, an answer is in the book. And finally, The Chairman's Lounge, the inside story of how Qantas sold us out by Joe Aston. Qantas was one of the most beloved companies in Australia. In this book, it explains why Qantas became abysmal in terms of its unethical conduct, its abysmal customer service, and its antique aircraft. How did things go so badly? Why are customers treated so badly? It's certainly a good parable for our times of corporate greed, malfeasance, unethical behavior, lack of integrity, and how you can destroy the reputation of once what was the koala bear, one of the most beloved symbols of corporate success across the world, Qantas. I hope you enjoy.
I'm proud to announce the latest podcast in production in the Compliance Podcast Network is our next season of Adventures in Compliance, how Sherlock Holmes informs your compliance program, in which I dissect the 4 novels of Sherlock Holmes. If you want to upgrade your compliance, check out the Compliance Tip of the Day, the Gold Award-winning compliance podcast, which gives you 1 tip with 3 key takeaways of something you can do each day at little or no cost to improve your compliance program. But speaking of books, if you like something new and different, check out the Compliance Kids series on Amazon.com, which explains compliance through the eyes of children. If you have a category of books you'd like explored on the Sunday Book Review, please shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.